Recently, I turned 34. I'm sitting here in an In-N-Out parking lot talking about what I've been going through at 34. Let me explain. But first, thank you. Favorite keto meal, Flying Dutchman, cold grilled onions, no salt, it's fire. Recently, I actually just got back from my California trip. I flew out to California, spent my 34th birthday with all my friends. Haven't seen them since COVID. It was pretty lit. Whenever it's my birthday, I always have these thoughts of what am I doing with my life? Ever since I can remember, I remember man, this is another year. I'm getting older. I need to have it all figured out. You know, being back in K-Town, being back in LA, I think about where I was when I was 25 and where I am at now at 34. The last time I was truly carefree and truly happy when I still had my hair, when I used to go out all the time, my relationship life was pretty good. I still had my father in my life and I didn't really need to worry about the ups and downs of entrepreneurship. This is my 4th year of going into entrepreneurship and it's been getting more consistent over the years, but still I think about the path I took and I always wonder, am I feeling behind in life? I take a look at my friends now. A lot of them have houses, they have families, they're married and all that, and I just can't help when I look around. I just feel a lot behind. Now for me, I've really focused a lot on building my business, learning new skills, and just really building consistent cash flow too. No matter what I do, even if I have a $30,000 month or even a $1,000 month, it doesn't matter. I just realize I feel behind no matter what. But why was I so unhappy? I was reading this book, Courage to be Disliked, and it really resonated with me. It talks about how unhappiness is a choice. How a lot of times we either consciously or subconsciously choose unhappiness. In some ways, have I just been choosing unhappiness all this time? During my teenage years, and I remember being intensely unhappy, and it was trying to seek approval from my father, and my relationship with my dad wasn't that great. I guess during the first 18 years I grew up with my family, maybe sometimes I'm just very uncomfortable being unhappy. And it made me think about a lot of my decisions. In what ways have I been kind of self-sabotaging myself or choosing unhappiness? I'm not saying it was a perfect relationship before, but I had someone who was very supportive, but I didn't feel that connection, and I ended up kind of neglecting the relationship and throwing it out of the way. And now it's not here anymore. I think about my 6-figure career in pharmacy and how yeah, it wasn't perfect, but at least I never had to worry about finances or anything like that. When I look back, I don't think I don't regret any of these decisions because it's really helped me become who I am. And when I compare the growth that I've had with my friends year after year, exponentially I've grown in so many different skill sets. I'm very proud of myself looking back at all these years, but I can't help but think that I still feel behind. When I was reading the book, it talks about how purpose, fulfillment, it comes from feeling useful. And there's one more thing I forgot to talk about too. It talks about the root cause of unhappiness, where every problem you have in life has a single cause. You care too much about what other people think about you. Let's go back in the video. Recently, I just haven't felt super useful with this channel. Back before, it was very easy because I just talked about my life as a pharmacist. Very clear, very easy, right? But these days, there's so many skills that I've developed. There's so many things I've gotten good at. It's kind of a good problem, honestly. Ever since I left pharmacy, I have no idea what I want my channel to be about. I've had a lot of ideas about maybe doing book reviews, maybe doing personal development experimentations, maybe becoming a business channel. But it's been very panic and almost anxiety inducing, just trying to figure out a niche and figure out what I really want to do with this channel. And so I need to find a happy medium. If there's one thing I know that I need to do, make all my wishes come through, it's creating more content. I forgot the power of content. When I forget about all my problems, it's through this, talking about issues that I really actually care about and not worrying so much about being perfect. Ever since I've been investing more time into learning how to storytell, learning how to do YouTube videos, that's the thing that I feel pulled to. I feel pulled to content. I feel there's something more for me, which leads me to my third point, this level of perfection that I feel I need to achieve all the time. I felt it ever since I was a little kid where, again, nothing I do is felt good enough. But even when I shoot content these days, I feel like, oh, I gotta get the lighting right, I gotta get the thumbnail right, I need to get the title right, I need everything to be perfect. And I haven't really allowed myself to kind of experiment and stuff, make mistakes. In order for me to kind of ascend to the next level, I need to let go more of this perfectionism. I've done a really good job over the last year and stuff, allowing me to let go, but now like I feel like those old habits of like, oh, this isn't good enough, you're not good enough. Like the reason why your YouTube channel isn't growing is because you're not good enough. And I just gotta remember, like, no, it has nothing to do with my self-worth. Whatever I do, it doesn't signify my worth as a human, but it really just goes to the fact, like, let's take a look at a more logical approach. The content that you're doing is not catering to the audience. Because of my perfectionism, it's really reduced the amount of videos that I've been trying to do on this channel. But maybe the truth is, we never truly figure it out. We just have a hunch of about approximately where we want to go, and we just shoot for it. And as I'm heading in this life path, I think about 33 and the whole last year, dealing with like emotional loss of my relationships, trying to date again and having that tank, having my business like tank and then soar through the roof. I'm actually in the middle of closing a 6-figure deal, so please wish me some like luck on that. I'm doing an organizational sales training, so hoping I get this deal. It's gonna be crazy. I'm starting to see upward trajectory, but no matter what I achieve, I always feel like I'm so far behind. And maybe that's natural. Maybe it's natural for humans to naturally want to compare themselves. Final thing I will say, I know I'm smiling a lot in this video, I'm laughing a lot, but I do go through a lot of hardship. And a lot of people in real life, they're like, wow, you're a lot happier than you are in your videos. But the truth is, like, sometimes, like for me, I've been going through major bouts of depression. Some of my closest friends see it, and it just goes like this, right? You just never know the battle that people are feeling sometimes or going through sometimes. And because of that, it's made me a lot more empathetic toward people's situations and not be so judgmental. I'm trying not to be a dick, basically. I'm not gonna lie, I miss vlogging like this, doing unfiltered, raw videos like this. Do you relate to anything that I kind of mentioned before? If so, let me know in the comments. Why not just point back to some of my OG videos of why I feel like behind it at 33? I think you'll enjoy that video. Until then, I'll see you next time.